Hey guys, today I wanted to go over a video of a competition. I went in with the local artist on Twitter. Well, local, I don't know if I could say that, but an artist on Twitter. We wanted to pick a themed art for the Eye of the World, and I think it turned out pretty good. I used a base image and I completed my piece of art, and I really liked the way it turned out. He has not had a chance. He's dealing with some stuff, so I'm hoping in the next few days we can see the results of that art. But let's go over the creative process. So let's jump right into the app.
Okay, so here we are on the phone. So let's go to Starry AI, and of course the theme was Eye of the World, and that's what I kept the phrase as. I use a whole bunch of different criteria, but first what I did is I made a template for it to kind of base the images around, and for 400 iterations it held that image so well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the base image real quick. Go in here, and we'll go to Chroma. So this is the base image. I took one of my circuit designs I did and another one, and I kind of made a cloudy landscape to it. This was one that I had just produced last night, where I wanted the clouds to be around the outline of the eye, and I wanted that lightning bolt to kind of separate out where it would be. It was a great template for this particular project. It didn't hold maybe one or two of them really held the emphasis of this. The other ones kind of manipulated and did their own thing with it. So let's go look at what phrases I use and the artists I use. So here we are, and these were the arts that I came up with for each one. Some of them are repeat because, I don't know, it glitched out on me and did a couple of the same ones, as you see. But let's first look at the first one. I used concept art, artisan, and Cinema 4D. It came out pretty good. It wasn't one of the final ones that I ended up using. So if we go up here, this was one that I did end up using. This is artisan, Greg, and 8K resolution. I think this one turned out really well, and we iterated it about 400 times, and we used that initial image. So I think it did pretty well. It definitely lost what that image was about, but I think it held the whole emphasis of the whole art. We've got this one. This one didn't make the final cut, but I thought it was a pretty cool one. This was graffiti, mist, and charcoal. I really liked how this turned out, but it didn't, compared to all the others, it did not come out this way. This one was cool. I feel like this has a global climate change emphasis here, where you have this syringe of blood going into the eye, giving life, or really hurting, however you want to interpret that one. But again, we did the 400 iterations. We did pencil sketch, oil, and Jonah. I was expecting more of like a mythical look to this with the creator magic, but I guess it just kind of did this. So it's still very good. I like this. This one made the cut. This one I used Steampunk, Upsplash, and Cinema 4D. Again, same iterations on there, 400. These were the first cuts of the 400. I think they turned out fantastic. Rarely does this actually happen. This one was very good. I really like this one, but I figured it was a little bit too abstract for people, so I didn't include it, but I did like how this one turned out. This one was really cool. JMW Turner really came out on this one, and then with this Strum and Drung, and I keep saying that wrong, I apologize guys, and the 8K, I loved how it softened the white out all around it, and it isolated this one very cleanly. I really did like that one. And this one was the one where I felt like it actually kept the image. So this was the initial image, and then that's what it came up with. And this is kind of what I was thinking when I first wanted to make that template image. I expected something more crystalline, in which we got the crystals in the iris, and we got the liquid metal. I think is in this little portion. You can't zoom in here, but in the very bottom where the red is, I think that's where the liquid metal really was emphasized. And then we used mist on this one, so that gave the whole thing a mystical look to it, which this was probably my favorite one out of all of them. Then we have the marble structure one with graffiti and Cinema 4D. I thought this one was really cool. This one came out. This one I wanted to experiment with feathers, right? See how it did, and I loved how it got the iris as a feather, and then you got like the cityscape at the top. You got, this what the feathers are held up by, and then you got this inverted city. I thought this one was fantastic. I could have taken this into Photoshop and probably cleaned up that writing, but I think it would have pulled from the overall aspect of it, so I didn't end up doing that. This one was really nice. I felt like this had a kind of like a spiritual theme to it. So, encompassing the world and, being one with the spirit, and just kind of, the lightness of the fragile world that we live in. So I thought this one was fantastic. This was the first one I edited into the collage. So the criteria of the experiment was to do 3:3 1-to-1 ratio, and I picked 9 of them. I ended up taking it through Lightroom and doing some edits on there. I put them all in there and these are all upscaled so I could edit them, but this was the final product of this one, where, we took each one and we kind of made it into a collage. I think it turned out very nice. It's a very clean, everyone's a little bit different, but they're holding to that same theme, right? So I tried to keep, rows kind of identical to the overall structure, and then the, kind of really abstract look to it, and then come back to the eye structure of the whole thing. And I really liked how this one turned out. I'm excited to see how the other artists did. Let's go ahead and take a look at what his work looked like. If we go on here, this is who I competed with, and this was his 20x20, or he did a 4x5. So as you can see, that platform does come out a little different, but they're gorgeous in their own right, right? So we got their backgrounds a little bit more fluid than ours, where it kind of isolates the emphasis of the picture. It's really nice. I like this bottom one right here. That one's pretty cool. I like the red one over here. That was really cool. But again, his more emphasized the world, and he's got these elemental pieces that go around with it. And he's a great artist. His stuff is really good. That's why I wanted to have a competition with him, and we'll wait for his results to see how he did. But that was kind of today's project. So let me know what you think. Hit the like and subscribe, and I look forward to making more art with you guys.